Good morning, everyone in the Find Your Fire tribe. A very warm and beautiful Monday morning it is. Welcome to Meditation Monday. And I am Wendy Yorching, founder of Healing Spaces Caribbean and tribe mom of the wonderful Find Your Fire tribe. Today's meditation is one on the gift of abundance. And leading it today is the wonderful Petal Joseph Roberts, who is with us on Zoom Live. And she's going to be taking you into places that you never dreamed possible with the meditation on abundance. If you're watching us live on Facebook, please type #live. And if you do catch the replay, then type #replay so that we know who's been here with us. And of course, leave your comments in the chat so that we can follow up. And we love that you are with us. We are looking forward to sharing this wonderful experience with you. I'm going to hand over now to Petal. Petal, welcome and thank you for being here today and offering to join the session.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Grand and glorious good morning. Happy Monday to everyone with us in Zoom, live on Facebook, and those who will be catching the replay, welcome. This morning, it's the beginning of a week, and it's always great to start off the week in gratitude. But our focus today will be abundance and meditating on abundance. For me, this journey really began a few years back. I realized that despite all the advancements I was making in my professional life and personal life, I still felt like there was something missing. I still lacked a sense of fulfillment, a true sense of joy. And it stemmed in part from not having as much money, yes, as I wanted, but it was deeper than that because there were times when money was not an issue and that feeling still lingered. And it took me on a journey of self-discovery. COVID came, and then we were all indoors, and many of us were forced to look inward. I took it as an opportunity to really embrace that self-discovery journey. And one of the tools that I was exposed to along the way was tapping. And I want to share tapping with you all today. And our focus, as I said, will be on abundance. So I'm going to start to share the screen and take you through that presentation. So I hope everyone can see my screen.
Definitely we can.
Nice. Okay. So basically, this is my journey in developing an abundance mindset using, in particular, EFT, which is tapping. So this all started with this little book. This little book, The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price, which contains within it the 40-day prosperity program. I was exposed to this book and this program by Iyanla Van Zandt 2 years ago. She started soon after the new year with a process which she took a number of folks all over the world through. We were online. Everybody was inside for COVID. It was done online. It was the first time anything like this had been done online. So there was this collective consciousness, this change in mindset in a collective consciousness. That was a very powerful experience for me. It's a very active and intentional process that's outlined in this book. It's small, but it's powerful. And the process that Iyanla took us through, that is outlined here in great detail, involves journaling, meditation and grounding, breath work and centering, tapping and gazing. It requires trust, faith, intense focus, and your unwavering commitment. It's 40 days, right? Both to the process and to yourself. And within that process, of course, your commitment to whoever you regard as that supreme being, whether it be God or however you refer to that great spirit. So one of the things that we first got into was really analyzing what is abundance, because we use the word interchangeably. wealth, prosperity, abundance. You know, we use them very randomly sometimes. And one of the things that very early on she started to drill into us was that abundance in itself was a spiritual process, not a religious practice, but a spiritual process. So it really didn't matter what religious walk of life people were coming from, what their compass was. This was a process that they can overlay on whatever belief system they have to help develop that mindset. So it's really a state of mind and being, an appreciation of life in its fullness, an appreciation, of course, of the creative energy of the universe, that great spirit. It is knowing the true source of your supply and having more than you need. So it really was a practice for me to improve my mind and my mental patterns and emotional habits. It was a way to clear emotional energy that had been built up over the years, past traumas, experiences. It allowed me to develop a more heart-centered approach, both in dealing with myself and with others. And it anchored in me new mindset and possibilities that before I hadn't entertained. Because to be honest, a lot of my mindset around abundance until a few years ago was very limiting, very lack-centered. So it required a mindset of knowing that there is plenty and enough for everybody. And that in itself was a big shift for me, because growing up, so much of what we were subliminally taught was that you had to hustle and get, because, you know, if you don't get, somebody else will get, and then you don't have. But that is not actually the truth. It's eliminating that lack consciousness and that scarcity thinking, which for me, I think has been the biggest work that I've had to undertake, because it's unlearning so much of what we have been programmed to believe as true. And it's really asking for that willingness to change how you see and what you see. And change here is a nice, we use a nice acronym for change: consciously heal, awaken new glorious experiences. So that's the idea behind change, that we move into this new abundance mindset with. And so in the practicing of abundance, we can create abundance and we can practice to be abundant. And there are many ways in which we do this in our daily lives, and we can integrate it within our routines and it becomes habit. Expressing gratitude is first and foremost. When we start in a place of gratitude, the abundance flows. Affirming our desires is a very profound way to invite more abundance into our lives. A simple thing like decluttering our wallets, our purses. If we have it full up with junk and all sorts of ends of paper, there's no room for the abundance, the money, the other stuff to come in and find place within there. Paying respect to money, even the small change, as some of us like to say, nah, I ain't want that small change, you could keep that. No, a cent has a mother, that's $1. Who has a grandmother that is $100. So if you honor and respect the 1 cent, even though it's no longer considered currency, if you honor and respect it by not disregarding it or throwing it away, but collecting it and maybe just offering it up on an altar somewhere, that energy, that vibration, that gratitude that you're putting out there for even the small will multiply itself. Tithing, of course, as we know, performing random acts of kindness and just surrounding yourself with whatever images and things may evoke that feeling of abundance and wealth for you. Surround, immerse your environment with it.
Petal, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Do you want people to ask you questions if they have any as you speak, or at the end?
Yes, please feel free, stop, interrupt if there's anything we
then I have
need to clear.
I have something to share. not declare.
Right, or share.
What you have just gone through about creating abundance is very much a part of what we do in feng shui, in helping, when we're helping people to move abundance into their lives. This is all good feng shui that you have just gone through. And I love that it is over so many different modalities, this constant theme of how to create abundance. So thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Right. And that's one of the things that I love about this practice is that, as you said, it covers everything. And as I described myself as a syncretic, I really believe that there is value in just about everything and everywhere. If we just look, you know, you don't have to take everything wholesale, but there are elements that make sense and that work and can be applied. So in being abundant, I actually bought a candle. So it's scented, it comes jeweled, it has special herbs and all of that, which I light when I'm doing special prayers or meditation on abundance and prosperity. And I just really want to get all the senses involved. Breathing and tapping in abundance. And we'll do a little tapping in of abundance today. Meditating, praying, of course, on abundance. I also have a little prayer, abundance prayer I'd like to share with you all to close off. Giving of your time, your treasure, and your talents. That's always a way to demonstrate and to live being abundant. And of course, saying affirmations or writing 55 fives. 55 fives is just one of the tools that we use in the process. It gets into a lot of mathematical, a lot of science around the workings of it, but it's really just a way of getting the ego out of the way and allowing spirit to work on the subconscious based on what you're desiring to call forth. Yeah. Just a little picture of what my abundance also looked like while I was doing that process. It evolved. It didn't start off with all these things on it. But as I got more and more into the process and things progressed, I added things. I have crystals. There's a little purse there with some coins, a piece of coral, of course, because I'm an island girl, and so that represents the sea and island life for me, and that is abundant living, warm weather, my Bible, some cards that I recently got that are goddess cards that are so divine because they are culturally appropriate. It's the first time I've had a deck of cards that are culturally appropriate, so I was very excited to get those and add those to my tools. Of course, light, water, and my rosary. And of course, some green, a plant, right?
I have to stop you again. What you're doing is creating, again, a sacred space in your home for abundance. And again, that is one of the ways we guide people in my feng shui practice. So you have created
maybe I need to study, maybe I need to train in feng shui because
I can introduce you to some of that. And
definitely
what you have done here is that you have brought in I believe all of the 5 elements that are the building blocks of the universe, the material forms of the universe. So
yeah,
you have brought them in instinctively. I don't know if anybody has told you that you've done that, but you have brought in the element of fire, you've brought in the water, you've brought in the earth through the crystals, some metal through the crystals, and you've brought in, by having the little plant life, the element of wood. You've got all the 5 elements, which is what goes towards creating a completion or towards a sacred space. So nice. I'm really delighted to see this connection. Okay.
I didn't pick up on that, but now that you point it out, I'm like, yeah, all of that is in there. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Nice. So emotional freedom technique, EFT, or tapping as we call it, it really started off as a tool that psychologists use for stress relief, especially in patients with PTSD and those types of severe stress-related or trauma-related stress conditions. But it's evolved into more of a spiritual technology that is used now amongst practitioners. Yeah. So it's based on the combined principles of Chinese acupressure and modern psychology. And when we start to tap, you'll see where the acupressure comes in. It is also referred to, as I said, as tapping or psychological acupressure. And this is where I want us to start. So I hope everybody's hearing me clearly and you all can see this image nicely on your screen, because I would like to ask you all to gaze softly at this while we get into the first part of the tapping. We're going to start, first of all, with regulating our breath and finding the natural rhythm. So just make sure you're sitting comfortably. If you want to have your feet resting on the floor, that's fine. A few deep breaths in. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more in and out. And we're going to do, there's my rooster. We're going to do a full conscious breath. That's inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. And we go inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale through the lips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and breathe in deep and out. So if you'd like to look at the image that's on the screen and just softly fix your gaze, I am going to read for you what is the first abundance principle in our book, and you'll repeat after me. Just gazing softly at the image on the screen. You could pick anywhere on the image or just lightly roam, but try and stay focused on the image and keep your breathing in that natural, regular state. God is lavish, unfailing abundance. Repeat.
God is lavish,
unfailing abundance.
The rich, omnipresent substance.
The rich, omnipresent substance
Of the universe.
of the universe.
This all-providing source.
This
Of
all-providing source
of infinite prosperity.
Of infinite prosperity
Is individualized as me.
Is individualized
as my divine consciousness.
As my divine consciousness.
The reality of me.
The reality
of me.
Close your eyes, take a deep breath. And out. And one more in. And out. And open. And I don't know if anybody had any little funny feelings saying those words, you know, first time saying it, it must be like, what? What is that? I ain't so sure about all of those things. And it's normal. It happens, and that's what we want to happen. We want those cooties, as we call them, those little beliefs, those misgivings, those doubts, those fears, those things that we know affect our ability to tap in and be aligned with abundance. That is always there, that is there for us. We want to get those things out of the way. So calling them forward is a way to look at them and say, okay, yes, that is who you are. But you know what? I don't have to believe that. I can choose to believe something else. So saying the principles, meditating on them, journaling on anything that they may evoke or provoke in you is a good way of actually creating that abundance mindset. So we're going to start now. These are the tapping points here, and I hope everybody can see clearly. We're going to start with the first tapping point, which is the karate chop point on the side of the hand. You could hold it like that or like this in a comfortable position. It doesn't have to be at eye level. I was just holding up for everybody to see. So we're going to start there. And I am going to read a script. You can follow, you can repeat at your own pace. I'm going to read a script and you just repeat after me. It may sound weird, it may not resonate with you. You may feel like this doesn't apply to me, or it might bring you to weep. Which sometimes can happen with tapping, right? Because it's a lot of energy that's going to start moving around and things are going to come to the surface that you didn't even know were things for you. So the first karate chop point, and here we go. Even though I have all these doubts, fears, and negative self-talk around money, wealth, prosperity, and abundance. I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I accept how I feel. All right, let's release that. Release that one. Shake that out. Just shake it out. Just shake it out. Let's get the next. Back on the karate chop point. And if you want to switch hands, it's fine. It's not, yeah, right? It's not that specific. Even though some part of me does not want to let go of all the stress, fear, anxiety and worry caused by my outward beliefs about money, wealth, prosperity, and abundance. I choose to love and accept myself enough to raise my money vibration. Shake it out. All right, one more. Back here. Even though some part of me does not believe I can ever let go of these fears and beliefs about not having enough money, wealth, prosperity, or abundance in every area of my life. And that part of me believes I can never, will never have enough. I am ready and willing to release, surrender, and let go of the beliefs and fears that create stress, anxiety, and worry. Related to money, wealth, prosperity, and abundance. And that's why I love myself wholly and unconditionally.
I love myself wholly and unconditionally.
All right. Anybody tingling yet? Anybody getting any paws raised yet? Anybody?
Yes.
All right, let's take another conscious breath. Breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go back here and do some gazing. I have a short affirmation I want us to repeat. Fix your gaze on the image on the screen and repeat after me. I am all that God is.
All that God is.
All that God is, I am.
All that God is, I am.
One more time. I am all that God is.
I am all that God is.
All that God is, I am.
All that God is,
I am.
All right. Okay. So now we go to the actual tapping, and these are the points that we will use. The eyebrow, you'll hear me say eyebrow, which is right in the crease here. Side of eye, which is right on the bone on the side of your eye. Under eye, on the bones under your eye. Nose, under your nose, at the top of your chin. Sorry, the top of your lip, and then chin. Now we often do nose and chin together, right? Collarbone, which is right, that soft part just underneath your collarbones here. Underarm, in the armpits, just under your armpits. Wrist, that's how we do wrist. And then top of head. Yeah? So I'll call it out, and I'll also...
Question, inside of wrist or outside of wrist?
It doesn't matter. I tend to do all of that cha-cha action when I'm doing it.
Right. So you're
it's really, yes, it's really just to get those pressure points, touch those pressure points, right? So I will call out the position to tap.
I have to run off and rescue a little bird. Okay, stand, give me a second.
Okay. Let me just go over. We could use 2 fingertips, brow, eyebrow, side of eye.
Hold on. I want to show you. Look him here. Oops. Look him here. Hi.
Hello, abundance is everywhere. Good morning, Birdie.
I'm gonna let him free outside now.
He came in to join.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I couldn't bear to leave him in here while we continued. So now he's happy.
Yes. Okay, so I was just reviewing brow, side of eye, under eye, nose and chin, collarbone, underarm, wrist, top of head. So I'll call the position to tap gently. Don't knock yourself out, please. And I'll say this script, which you will repeat while you're tapping. Okay, so we're starting on the eyebrow point. I accept that I have.
I accept that I have
Been in a place.
Been in a place.
Of lack consciousness and scarcity thinking.
Of lack consciousness and scarcity thinking.
Side of eye. And even though I don't know what caused it.
I don't know what caused it.
Under eye. I now allow myself to release it. And let it go. Nose and chin. I bring love and compassion.
I bring love and compassion
to that part of me.
To that part of
me.
Collarbone. And I release all judgment.
And I release all judgment.
Criticism and blame.
Criticism and blame.
Underarm. Of myself, and others.
And others.
Of myself and
wrist. I am willing to let go.
I am willing to let go.
Of my beliefs around limitation.
Of my beliefs around limitation.
Top of head. Those I have been conscious of.
Those I have been conscious of.
And even the ones I have been unconscious of.
Even the ones I've been unconscious of.
Eyebrow. I release all ancestral experiences.
I release all ancestral experiences
of lack consciousness and scarcity thinking.
Of lack consciousness, scarcity thinking.
Side of eye. That have been passed on to me.
That have been passed on to me.
In any form.
In any form.
Under eye. I release them
I release them.
I release them.
From my energetic body.
From my energetic body.
Nose and chin, I release them.
I release them.
From my physical body.
From my physical
body.
Collarbone, I release them.
I release them.
From my mental body.
From my mental body.
Underarm, I release them.
I release them.
From my spiritual body.
From my spiritual body.
Wrists, I release them.
I release them.
From my emotional body.
From my emotional body.
Top of head, I release all past experiences.
All past experiences.
Of my own lack.
Of my own lack.
Eyebrow. It's time for me to move.
It's time for me
to move.
From the vibration of lack consciousness.
From the vibration of lack consciousness.
And scarcity thinking.
And scarcity thinking.
Side
of eye. To the vibration of abundance, wealth, and prosperity.
To the vibration of abundance,
wealth, and prosperity.
Under eye. I am open to receive.
I am open to receive.
And experience abundance, wealth, and prosperity.
Abundance.
And experience abundance, wealth, and prosperity.
Nose and chin. Abundance serves not only me.
Abundance
serves not only me.
Collarbone, but also everyone else.
But also everyone else.
Underarm. It's for the highest good of all.
It's for the highest good of all.
Wrists, and it's actually my true nature.
Actually my true nature.
My true nature.
Top of head. I am an integral part.
I am an integral
part
of an abundant, wealthy, and prosperous universe.
Of an
abundant, wealthy, and prosperous universe.
Let's take a few conscious breaths. You could stop tapping, Wendy.
Oh.
It feels good, right? It feels good. You can keep going, girl. Let's breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale to the lips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And deep breath in. And out. I have one more round. So do we have time, Wendy? I have one more round of tapping.
I'm staying.
Okay, so on the eyebrow. I am abundant.
I am abundant.
Side of eye. I have an abundant mindset.
I have an abundant mindset.
Under eye. I am living a life of abundance.
I am living a life of abundance.
Nose and chin. I am thankful for the abundance I have in my life.
I'm thankful for the abundance I have in my life.
Collarbone. Every day I am attracting more abundance.
Every day I'm
more abundance.
Underarm. Every day I am becoming more abundant.
Every day I'm becoming more abundance.
Wrist. I openly share the abundance I receive.
I openly
share the abundance I receive.
Top of head. I am open to attracting even more abundance.
I am open to attracting even more abundance.
Eyebrow. I was born to be abundant.
I was born to be abundant.
Side of eye. I deserve abundance.
I deserve abundance.
Under eye. I am worthy of abundance.
I'm worthy of abundance.
Nose and chin. I am manifesting abundance.
I am manifesting abundance.
With grace and ease.
With grace and ease.
Collarbone. I am open to more abundance in my life.
I am open to more abundance in my life.
Underarm. It's natural for me to be abundant.
It's natural for me to be abundant.
Wrists. I am open to creative possibilities of abundance.
I am open to creative
possibilities of abundance.
Top of head. I receive abundance in so many ways.
I
receive abundance
in so many ways.
Eyebrow, I live in an abundant universe.
I live in an abundant universe.
Side of I am aligned with the energy and frequency of abundance.
I am aligned with the energy and frequency of abundance.
Under I create abundance through joy and self-love.
I create abundance through joy and self-love.
Nose and chin, I am increasingly magnetic to abundance.
I am increasingly magnetic to abundance.
Collarbone, I create abundance with my positive energy.
I create abundance with my positive energy.
Underarm, I create abundance easily.
I create abundance easily.
Wrist, I create abundance consistently.
I create abundance consistently.
Top of head, I am abundant and always have everything I need.
And I am abundant and everything I need.
Oh, yes. One more conscious breath in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. How y'all feeling?
Terry.
Abundant.
Karen.
I am feeling great. Oh, that was powerful.
Oh, I am so happy you all feel good this morning.
We have a job. Karen says in the chat that was amazing. Just reading that for you. And
nice.
I have to leave, guys. I would love to stay, and I wish I can, but I gotta go. But thank you so much for that, Petal. Yeah, I owe you one.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks for coming.
Karen, Karen, thank you so much for being here. And you go have a wonderful day, abundant day.
Yes, abundantly.
Abundant day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a good one too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now I'm checking the Facebook chat and there are no questions for you, but we do have 5 people hooked into this wonderful abundance session. Are you going to share anything else with us?
I just have a prayer that we can close with, keeping on the abundance theme.
Yes.
Okay. Beloved Father God, Mother Goddess, I acknowledge that we live in an abundant universe. I'm aware that the universe has offered us all that it is. I accept that abundance and wealth and all good things are our divine birthright. I open my mind and heart with a spirit of appreciation to allow myself to receive all that I desire. I give thanks for the abundant outpouring of good that is manifesting in every aspect of my life now. I ask, I allow, I accept, and God becomes, so I let it be, and so it is.
And so it is. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you all so much for this.
Petal,
thank you.
Thanks. The thanks comes from me, and I know from Karen and from Terry.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Terry. Thanks.
That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.